What up, people of the world? Special Caesar here, coming at you with more sweet video game madness. Welcome to the 5th and final demo in our Steam Next Fest Demo Bonanza. It is the King's Dilemma Chronicles, a strategy RPG kingdom management game where you have to control diplomacy and various things happen. It looks really cool. We're going to dive in and see what it has to offer. It looks quite complicated. I just spent the last 5 minutes reading the tutorial. That's why I took so long on the pre-screen. So I apologize for that, guys. But I do have a good idea of how to play now, so that's going to be of great benefit to us. Anyway, introduction. Welcome to the Kingdom of Antkist, a place of daring expeditions, gruesome battles, and arcane mysteries. Located in the northern continent of Lywick, Antkist is one of the largest kingdoms of the known world, but it's not the only one. The Kingdom of Muir to the northwest advanced both culturally and technologically. The small and harmless Kingdom of Kidlada to the south with its stingy lands. The Republic of Caupius to the northeast, with commercial abilities beyond imagination. The Kasukian Empire to the distant east, where the emperor lives in opulence while the people struggle. What a prick. The southern continent, barely explored, is only known for the fierce Ivory Desert and the tales and legends shared by few foreign travellers venturing to our lands. So there's just a big desert to the south, okay. Antkist has been enjoying several decades of peace, but less than 2 centuries ago it was divided into many small kingdoms and raider tribes, conquered in wars or united by diplomacy over the centuries to be incorporated as duchies or marks. Little is known about what happened before this age of fragmentation, but what we know for sure is that all the lands of the known world were ruled by several lost civilizations throughout the ages. What caused these civilizations to fall is unclear. You are going to assume the role of the head of the council, a governing body ruling in the name of the king located in Libra, the capital city of Antkist. Oh dear. Before you begin, take a quick test to determine the house that suits you best. Okay. I like tests. Let's do it. In a financial crisis, is it moral to sacrifice knowledge in order to save money? No. That's just nipping yourself in the bud. You're just going to have problems further down the line. I'm going to say, nay. Hello? Nay. Oh, you have to click and hold it. Is it okay to restrict certain religious practices that clash with the established cult? No. Religion should be free. If a neighbouring country gets invaded, do we step in to support them? Fuck no. Mind our own business. They're for the life, every man for themselves. With childbirth on decline, do we strongly incentivise families to have children? I don't know about incentivise, but we'd encourage them. Strongly incentivise. Yeah, I think so. That might be something that's worth doing. Solad. Nothing is as it appears. Solad or Dualak. Feel our sting or nothing is as it appears. What's the info? Marquises of Dulac. Feel our sting. Before becoming part of the Kingdom of Antkist, the previous Kingdom of Dualak promptly rejected the many alliance proposals sent by the King of Scale. All this changed in the year 70 when most of the ruling family was exterminated under mysterious circumstances, and the few remaining were forced to join Antkist to avoid chaos. Your people are convinced that it was all caused by an Ankistan conspiracy of treason in order to push you to accept annexation. Although none of this has ever been proven, your people have never ceased to be suspicious of Libra's royal family. You secretly hate them. Okay, there's a lot to read. And none of it seems that relevant. I thought it would be like different abilities and stuff like that. Not like a backstory of... Yeah, we're going to go with the hedgehog guys because I like hedgehogs. It's cute. Group of scholars in Libra recently discovered that ancient chronicles often blame a black circle, a dark rising sun, a cursed eclipse, or other similar images for causing the demise of many past empires. Oh shit. After observing similar clues in recent years, historians started speculating about the existence of a secret society that has been leading civilizations to oblivion for centuries. This organization is referred to as the Black Dawn. You bastards, how dare you! Some think they are the force of chaos, others view them as an engine for creative destruction, and some view them as the heralds of a new dawn, harbingers of progress and change. Everyone's nuts. Why are you not viewing them as mad cultists? Whatever their true nature is, it seems they were here before and will outlive Ankist. Some wonder about their role in our kingdom, and only time will tell if they are truly a threat. As head of the council, you have the power to shape the future of this kingdom, but the Black Dawn is lurking in the shadows. Its existence is threatening and yet intriguing. Your role is to inform the king about the decisions of the council, but it is within your power to alter them if you so wish, provided you have enough power. It's time to begin. A new king is about to be crowned. How will the future of Ankist unfold? Okay, cool. So we just started with a new coronation. The trumpets strike 3 rising notes, and 81 doves are released as Harold V is crowned king by the prior mother of the cult. The people erupt in a cheer of joy. Our hopes of enduring prosperity are renewed with a new king. Foreign dignitaries from Cusack, Kaupias, Kidlada, and Muir crowd the royal castle to evaluate the new king and win his favour. The ceremony is followed by a feast lasting for 3 days and nights along all the streets of Libra, our capital city. A week later, sitting on his throne behind the grand chiselled door of the council room, the new king addresses us for the first time. Any authority is flickering, and power can be a blessing or a curse for those on whom it is exercised. Yes, that's true, he says. After a long pause, he adds, ruling is an unsolvable dilemma. Add to archives. Okay, so this is the eclipse, as far as I understand. Each kind of... there's loads of different stories. There's 6 different stories that you can play as. 6 different events, timelines that you play as. And with each timeline, you get a different events that happen that fulfill the story and fill this bar up. When every single bar is full, so once you finish the story essentially in full, this eclipse will occur, and that's when you get the final battle that it's talking about that ends civilizations. King's Dilemma 3, City of Tents. Ankist. King's Dilemma 2, King's Dilemma 1, Golden Harbour. Libra. There are no dilemmas in Libra. Okay. We're going to start with King's Dilemma 1, the Golden Harbour. What's all this, though? Archive, Story, Chronicles, Mysteries, Encyclopedia. King's Dilemma, Story. Yeah, see, so this is... Yeah, this is that first one that we read. So this is something else. New chapters. Continue your adventure to unlock new chapters. Yeah, exactly. Chronicles. Same here. Wealth. Morale. Welfare. And knowledge. Alright. Dulac. Info. Curse the royal family. A human king and slain genius. What are... Those are our goals, obviously, I think. Or these are goals. Preparations, no. I think these are our house goals. Yeah, these must be our house goals, although it doesn't tell me anything about them. So we've got 5 prestige and 5 something else, and 8 of these. I think that's coin, gold, and 8 power. Yeah, so that's 8 gold. Reveal narrative gold, form an alliance. They all cost the same, I'm guessing, to form alliances. Yeah, by the looks of things, they all cost 10. Alright, cool. There are no preparations here. Oh, preparations are the things that you do in order to prepare for the final eclipse. So they're like buffs and abilities that you give yourself for the final battle. Alright, let's try the King's Dilemma 1, the Golden Harbour. The Royal Marshals reports to us that 3 windmills were set on fire last night along the road between Libra and the Golden Harbour. The affected millers were asking for help rebuilding their windmills. Do we fund the reconstruction of the damaged windmills? Okay. So 2 have said nay and 1 has said aye. It'll cost 2 because it's a difference plus 1, yeah. 2 power to overshoot them. And that will give us... That'll take our wealth down, but our food up. If we do. And that will just take our food down. Well, I'm not going to overthrow them. No, I don't think we should pay for the construction of the windmills. The millers should have guarded their windmills better. If we agree to fund the reconstruction for them, the Crown will be flooded with more monetary requests. Exactly. However, the local population will have to deal with the lack of flour. Oh, that's fine. The burning of the windmills inflicts a significant wound to the farming infrastructure of the Duchy of Aontas even. It will take some time to recover, so welfare is going to be down. Add to archives. Yeah. Okay, second dilemma. The High Commander has received a message from our soldiers stationed at the troublesome northern border of the Mark of Torque. Scaram smugglers are offering to provide us large quantities of red iron, a strange metal that can break even the strongest steel. That sounds interesting. The army wants the majority of it, but there is a lot of money to be made by trading it. Do we reserve the red iron as strong metal for the army? I'd say yes. We don't need money that much. Oh, all 3 of them are like, nope, sell it, we want money. It's going to cost me 4 of my power to overrule them. Why is that going down? Why is that going up? It should be going down, shouldn't it? Oh, yeah, no, money's going up, sorry, because we're selling it, yeah. That means we reserve it for the army so our army gets stronger, and nay means we sell it so our wealth goes up. Alright, fine, we're going to sell it. Fucking dicks. A strong army requires a strong economy to fund it. The smugglers supply us with a constant flow of red iron from the mostly unexplored lands in the northern Four Mountains. The unusual metal can be sold to the highest bidders in the open market for outrageous profits. The Scarlet Tides. To thank the king for the prosperous business, the smugglers gift him a masterful red iron sword named Scarlet Tide. The army soon elects the blade as its symbol and as a sign of its future power. A significant portion of the imported red iron starts flowing towards the royal armory, and the military smiths begin experimenting with new ways of working the sturdy metal. Because of this exceptional sturdiness, red iron is difficult to mould into weapons and armour, but few blades are forged for the most elite regiments. Okay, so we've got red iron metal swords now. The value of might 1 talk, the value of might 2 doing, the value of might 3. Wasn't there King's Dilemma as well there? Yeah. Should we do the third King's Dilemma first, or should we do the value of mights first? Let's finish the King's Dilemmas first. City of Tents. Morano, a rich merchant from a remote desert city called the City of Tents, wants to negotiate a lucrative trade agreement. Among his samples of goods is a slave concubine in chains. He claims the woman comes from the desert temple that allegedly hides the golden map, a fabled item we've been seeking for decades. Many of our people are against slavery. Yeah, what the fuck is this? Do we force Morano, a rich merchant, to free the slave? Yes, we do. These guys are all about money. It's ridiculous. No, I'm going to overrule them this time. I can't just keep going. I can buy them off. Yeah, if I buy... I'll spend 4 coins. I can spend 8 coins to buy them off. And then that will reduce the amount. Then I won't have to pay any of my power for it to be I. Yeah, I think we'll do that. What's this? 4 coin to I. I don't know what this white symbolizes because this has gone the other way. Maybe that's how much they like you. So we're going to get this guy to go I. Take our 4 coins off. And this guy to go I as well. So now it's I. Nay is 2 out of 8. Yes, we forced him to flee the slave. Yeah, I see. And that's their degree of how much they hate or like you. We can't tolerate slavery. We force the merchant to free his concubine and send him away. This compromises our trade agreement, but our people rejoice that we stood up for the poor woman. Many are also excited at the prospect that she may reveal the location of the mythical golden map. Legend says it leads to an endless fountain of liquid gold. Cool. Our choice to free the merchant slave compromised our relationship with the southern desert lands before it even started. Oh dear. Sarah, the woman we free from slavery, comes from a remote temple of the mother in the south of Marudi, which we call the Ivory Desert. She says the golden map is guarded by this temple. Sarah was kidnapped and enslaved by her former master while visiting the City of Tents. Her story becomes quite popular in the kingdom and spurs a burst of interest in the unexplored southern continent that she calls Conferta. Sarah claims that it is the land where the ancient Sabian League once prospered and fell. Our scholars immediately start prepping a caravan to retrieve the golden map and take Sarah back home, but traversing the Ivory Desert, famous for tempests of burning white sand, will not be easy. Alright, add to the archives. Cool. Distant reward. Okay. So we're going to go back to Ankis and we'll do the value of might 1. I've got no money now though. Lawrence, an entrepreneur from Torque, led an expedition beyond the northern border to seek red iron mines, but we lost contact with him. Some suggest we should send a military contingent to look for him, a very dangerous quest as it could be seen as trespassing by the kingdom of Enkal, further to the north, with whom we have not had contact for decades and whose military strength is unknown. Do we send the army to investigate the disappearance of Lawrence? They're all going to say no again because they're all dickholes. Yeah, exactly, no. We're going to have to say nay. Yeah, fucking hell. A few days later, the corpse of Lawrence arrives in Torque, bound to a horse with a red iron dagger in his back, holding a letter. Your men violated our mountains. A just sentence has been passed. Yeah, fucking hell. It's lucky we didn't send them, actually. The gory message is imprinted in red ink with the symbol of a gauntlet, the emblem of the kingdom of Enkal. Wow, what assholes. We alert the army scouts to keep an eye on these aggressive neighbours. Yeah, fucking dicks. So after we abandon Lawrence and his smugglers to their fate, many of our merchants don't feel safe travelling outside the borders of the kingdom to seek new sources of profit. That is fair enough. Despite the relatively short distance, contact with the kingdom of Enkal was lost for decades. The bitter lands that divided us allow very few exchanges. and they never had much to offer anyway. Though they were a militaristic society, we consider the Enkali as inoffensive as the Scarams, nomadic tribes living in the unclaimed brown hills along our border. Yet, despite their small numbers, it seems they've become a threat thanks to red iron. Shit! They must have discovered it only recently, but they mastered its harvesting and smithing much better than we. The scouts we sent even sighted an impressive fortress reinforced with huge red iron plates they call the Crimson Keep. Oh shit, that doesn't sound good. Value of might 2, Duin. Is there any way of for me to get any more money? I've got like no coins. Value of might 2. The trade guild in Duin is prospering from the trade of red iron, but its gains fail to trickle down to the common folk. Some want to tighten taxation and use part of the profits to help the struggling lower classes. The resulting price increase on red iron, though, will lower its commercial appeal. Do we increase taxes on the trade of red iron? They're all just like, nope. All they want to do is be like, nope, nope, nope. Alright, fuck it, nay. We deny the request, thinking that unfettered trade would benefit the poor better in the long run. The common folk, however, do not share our assessment. Shit. I'm not sure what that means. Probably death? I don't know, we're not doing too well. How do we get rid of... How do we change the council again? I want to change who's on the council. I don't like this council, it's bullshit. So yeah, I'm really not sure. It's quite a complicated game, obviously, and I'm sure I'm probably playing it wrong somehow. We've got no more money for doing anything here, so literally just have to go to the next fucking choice. The next dilemma. The Ferris smithing guild in the southern mark of Alwed is famous for its sophisticated steelworks. The Alwedians are worried that they will lose their share of the market to the competition from red iron weaponry manufactured in Torque. They're asking to share the red iron crafting secrets to level the field. Do we force Torque to share its knowledge about steelwork with Alwed? No, we don't. Yeah, I agree. Red iron weapons increasingly become a prized possession over which local wealthy nobles and foreign dignitaries fight, making a fortune for the Mark of Torque, a boon for traders. Unloyal competition from red iron artisans triggered price dumping on steel goods, which eventually damaged the economy in Alwed and the income of its people. That can't be good. Oh my goodness. Distant reward. We'll do that first. Laszlo, a botanist, requires funds to study the poisonous red cacti covered in a small area of Ivory Desert. Some believe them to be the tears left behind by Ursula, the saint daughter of strength, when she took the burden of human brutality upon herself to free us from it. Do we fund Laszlo's research into the red cacti? Ah, a couple of them are like, yes, finally, jeez. Yes, that's something I want to do. We've got plenty of money. I want to get this up. So, yes, we do. Even though it's going to cost me 2 of my power. More knowledge is always a good thing. We authorise Laszlo to take some samples of the red cacti, and we provide the means for him to do so. Lazo discovered that the cacti are very sturdy and need little water. They can grow almost anywhere, and if boiled, prove to be healthy and nutritious. Okay, great. Distant reward 3. 2 even. The Ixers, a nomadic tribe living in the unclaimed lands of the Gaunt Isthmus, south of the Mark of Cran, are asking to join our kingdom. Ixers could strengthen our army. They are excellent warriors and camel drivers, able to exploit the few resources offered by their arid steppes to survive. Many, however, are distrustful of their barbaric customs. Do we welcome the tribe from the Gaunt Isthmus into our kingdom? I don't fucking know what the fucking... Fuck. This guy's gonna fucking hate us. I will reduce our whatever this is, and Nay will increase that but reduce our army. I don't want to reduce our army and I don't want to disagree with them, so I'm going to go with I. The Ixer's night chants keep many people awake, and more than once their brash and inconvenient attitudes bother our men and women alike. Ixer camel riders excel at speed and skirmishing and make an excellent vanguard for our infantry. Influence goes up. And then distant reward 3. The caravan of scholars seeking to retrieve the golden map is constantly threatened by desert raiders and is struggling to move forward. If we don't send them military aid, they'll be forced to deviate to the city of tents to stock up on supplies and hire mercs. Do we send reinforcements to the golden map expedition? Yes. Oh, what is wrong with you fools? It's going to cost me 2 more of my power. I have to say, yeah, I'm not going to say no. I'm definitely going to say yes to this. Because that increases both of those. We send troops to support the caravan. Thanks to the help of the army and the guidance of Sarah, the scholars finally reach the remote temple of the Mother in the middle of the Ivory Desert. Soon we'll discover if the golden map is really there. Unfortunately, fatigued by travel, Sarah dies before she can see her home again. Oh, man. Chalice in the desert. After wandering for days, our expedition sights a rocky plateau protruding from the desert, the ruins of the temple atop of it. Our scholars think it dates to the time of Omad, the first king, but it was pillaged recently. Inside they find the dried corpses of dozens of sand priestesses, an opulent version of the cult of the Mother that thought that though we worship the same goddess, had lavish ways in stark contrast with the sober purity of our cult. The ruin surrounds a high oasis, and based on rough interpretations of ancient inscriptions in the high altar hall, it was called Chalice Peak. Most of the temple's riches were stolen by the raiders, but the inscriptions suggest a bigger treasure may be hidden in a secret chamber. We'll bloody search for it then, boys. The king is dead? Oh, man. The king must have died. So as you go through these, like there's a chance, like a 50% chance of this king dying. I thought it was this, though, that moved up and down. So I was like, oh, it's away from the skulls, so we're okay. But obviously it isn't. It must be if... I don't even know, to be honest. So greedy. I get 2 gold for every resource in the upper area of the track. So that's 2 gold. 1, whatever that is, for every resource in the lower area of the track. So that's 1 of those. 3 additional gold and 1 additional that if the central area of the track is empty. Well, it's not. So I barely got anything. I got 2 golds. I'm not sure why I got anything. 1 for every resource in the lower area of the track. So that's 1 of those. 2 golds. I'm not sure why I got 2 more of those, but whatever. So what does that mean? What am I doing here? Rebel? That's got the most... Am I like choosing which one I want or what? It told me I had greedy, so... We'll pick greedy because that's what it says. I don't know what I'm doing here. What's that all about? What the fuck is going on? It just skipped over that map. Hello, what's this? Import red cacti. Purchase and grow red cacti to create nutritious food in case of a prolonged siege. They lose their characteristic red colour when growing in mild climates such as in Libra. So this one, these are locked. This is available ones. Is that what that is? Like I don't fucking. What? Build a royal treasure room. We don't have any money, so we can't do any of those. Research Libra's geology. Studying the terrain around the capital of Ankist will allow the construction of underground structures and tunnels. Research castle security. In terms of defense and security, the castle is somewhat lacking. Hiring some experts will allow the construction of adequate measures. Okay, so we're going to do that because that's something we can afford. What about this one? So why has that gone up now? Surely it should have gone down. 2 and 2. Let's try that. It'll go down by. There we go. Yeah, that's better. So that's that one done. Then this, build a food pantry, a place where people in need can go for a free meal. So that's going to cost me 3 and 2 more of those. So 3 and 3. So I should have 0 white things and 1 black thing left after this. Nope, I don't understand. Okay. Whatever. I'm building stuff, I'm doing things. I've got no money again now, so what do? I'm a chalice in the desert too. Let's try that. Some mosaics discovered at the Chalice Peak could help our scholars better understand the cult of the Sand Priestesses. The librarian chancellor suggests we bring them to Libra, despite the costs involved, so they can be studied without requiring long and unsafe travel. Chalice Peak is still a temple of the Mother, though, and the Holy Attendant thinks it should not be further profaned. Yeah, I think we leave it. No. Do we cover the mosaics about the Sand Priestess? Well, it's not moving on. It's not letting me choose anything. It seems to have glitched and gotten stuck. Yeah, that's fucked up. Well, that's disappointing. I was enjoying it up until that moment. Tutorial I've already read. Resume. This isn't doing anything. It's now stuck. We have to quit the menu, and now we have to start again. Which I'm not sure I'm willing to do, to be honest, because a lot of it is reading. So you have to read through all this again. We can't skip it either, can we? No, there's no way of skipping it. Alright, cool. Well, I think I've given a good enough overview of what the game is and the kind of way it works and the mechanics and stuff. So you're basically presented with dilemma after dilemma, just a brief introduction to some kind of story, and then you're given a decision, yes or no, do you want to do something? And then the council that you have votes on it, and then you choose to spend money to like bribe them into changing their minds, or you choose to use your power to overthrow them. And eventually your choices lead to various things happening and the story develops. Yeah, it's the same questions as before. And the story develops, and according to what you do, you develop like your country and kingdom. We're going for the lobster. But yeah, this is the King's Dilemma Chronicles. I hope you've enjoyed watching as much as I've enjoyed playing, guys. Definitely wishlist this one and keep an eye on it, because I think it's going to be a good political strategy roleplay game when it's finished. It does have a lot of promising mechanics, and I like the art style in it as well. I like the concept behind it. I like the idea of this big, dangerous battle that's looming in the background, and all the while you're trying to manage a king as a kingdom as much as you can. Yeah, they're exactly the same as well. So yeah, I'm not going to bother getting all the way back to where we were. I don't know why it crashed. That's really unfortunate. I was enjoying it. But yeah, check it out, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And hopefully I'll see you this afternoon for a bit more streaming of Dragoness. Finally, we'll get into it again. The Enchanted Flames. It's been a while, but like I said, I'm going to pick it back up as soon as possible. Hopefully see you there for that. If not, see you in some other content I produce. I make content almost every single day, so Salway till next time.